What is up, guys? My name is RyanZeus18 on the RyanZeus18 Forever channel, and this is my WWE Money in the Bank 2012 review. Let's get it started. We have, starting off as the pre-show, we have his WWE Tag Team Champions, Kofi Kingston and R-Truth, defending their titles against Hunico and Epico. Hunico and Camacho, excuse me. Um, Pretty much R-Truth and Kofi Kingston win the match, and we would later move on into the actual pay-per-view. What we have is the Smackdown Money in the Bank to start it off, which consisted of Sin Cara, Dolph Ziggler, Damien Sandow, Cody Rhodes, Santino Marella, Tyson Kidd Tenzai, and the Intercontinental Champion Christian. Um, pretty much, uh, pr pr pretty much, Sin Cara really didn't do much in the match. A lot of good moves, especially from Tyson Kidd. Sin Cara, apparently botched his, finishing move, whatever it's called, from the top rope. Damien Sandow was close on a couple of occasions to get the Money in the Bank briefcase. Um, and your victor would be Dolph Ziggler. And my predictions, actually, all of them, I believe, came true. So, congrats to me. So, all my predictions came true. So, we have Dolph Ziggler is your SmackDown Money in the Bank winner. Then we have is The Miz coming out, and he returns and he announces that he will be in the Raw Money in the Bank and will become the next WWE champion. Um, what else do we have? He also announces that he is filming the newest movie, The Marine 3: The Frontline, and that would be the end of that promo. Then we would have is a World Heavyweight Championship match between Sheamus and Alberto Del Rio. Pretty much Alberto Del Rio had a sucky attire, gold and black. Didn't really look good. So anyway, that's not the point of the match. Alberto Del Rio would basically dominate the match throughout, the whole match. And then Sheamus would pull off with a bro kick. 1, 2, 3. Sheamus retains his World Heavyweight Championship. Dolph Ziggler fails to do a Money in the Bank cash-in with Sheamus hitting the bro kick, and the match had never even started for the Money in the Bank contract to be cashed in. Then we have his special guest, Kofi and R-Truth, to guest commentate for the following tag team match between the primetime players, Titus O'Neil and Darren Young, versus Primo and Epico with their manager, Rosa Mendez, the lovely Rosa Mendez. Um, and of course, the primetime players would come out with A&W, which is Abraham Washington. A lot of you guys may have known him from the Abraham Washington show back in ECW a few years ago. And pretty much, Primo and Epico will pull off with a victory, with Primo going with the roll-up pin. And after the match, the primetime players would go up to Kofi and R-Truth, and R-Truth splashes water all over A&W, and he gets all pissed off and says, "Oh, hell no," and takes off his shoes. So that was a pretty funny moment. Then we have this AJ's backstage segment or interview where she says that she's in full control of her well-being. She says that Punk may have shattered her heart, and Bryan's a liar and a user just to make him get to the top, use her to get to the top of the business. She also says that she doesn't know what to do when she's next to the both of them, either kiss them or hug them or rip their. Probably she would have said their hearts out. Then we would have is the actual match, the WWE Championship match between CM Punk and Daniel Bryan with special guest referee AJ Lee. And today on WWE.com, it will be announced that it would be a no disqualification match. And if you guys didn't notice, that CM Punk was actually wearing the same attire that he wore last year at Money in the Bank. So yeah. During the match, we have Bryan pushes Punk into AJ. A new ref would come in, and then we would have a "We Want Tables" chant, and a kendo stick would come into play. Bryan hits Punk with the kendo stick multiple times. Punk tries to do a flying clothesline while in midair, and Bryan hits him with the kendo stick. AJ comes back and tells the officials to beat it, and skips inside the ring, and then goes underneath the ring and grabs a chair. Bryan hits Punk repeatedly with kicks, and Punk hits a clothesline and uses the chair and sets it up in the corner, and AJ stops him, and then Bryan tries to use the kendo stick and she stops him. Punk does the body slam with the chair, misses with the elbow drop, and Punk goes for the GTS, and only for a 2 count. Punk grabs the table, gets it set up, and then Punk would do a back suplex right through the table and retains the WWE title, and we are still left with AJ being confused. Then what we would have is a squash match between Ryback versus Tyler Reks and Curt Hawkins. Pretty much, we had Goldberg chants again. Everyone was chanting Goldberg, Goldberg. Um, and pretty much, you know how it is with Ryback matches. It's a pretty longer match. Actually, Tyler Reks and Curt Hawkins actually got Ryback down. So congrats to them. But they would eventually lose with Ryback hitting with the shell shock, his finishing move. Then we would have is a six woman or six divas tag team match with Layla and Caitlyn and Tamina taking on Beth Phoenix, Natalya, and Eve Torres. Pretty much not much to say about this is that Layla just pulls out with a victory. Then we move on as to what just happened right now. If you guys didn't see it, is the Raw Money in the Bank, which consisted of Kane, Chris Jericho, John Cena, Big Show, and the newest competitor in the match, the awesome one, The Miz. Starting off the match, we have everyone falling out of the ring, and John Cena, with all the strength that he has, does an AA right through the Spanish announce table. And after that, all of the competitors put multiple ladders on top of Big Show. Big Show actually breaks the ladder with one hand while Chris Jericho was on the ladder. Big Show pulls out a golden ladder which King used back at Money in the Bank 2010, and they would climb. And pretty much that ladder was just the size. Cena would go up for the Money in the Bank briefcase, be stopped by Jericho. Jericho puts a sleeper hold on him, and pretty much weakens Cena. Then the Miz would try to come up, try to get the briefcase, and then we have Big Show knocking out both Chris Jericho and the Miz. Cena comes back up, and actually I forgot to mention that Chris Jericho was actually dangling with the Money in the Bank briefcase since it was going around, and he actually grabbed it and flew back a few feet and then came back to the ladder. Also, we have John Cena going back up to the ladder after Big Show knocks out both Chris Jericho and The Miz, and would hit Big Show with the Money in the Bank briefcase multiple times, and the actual briefcase would actually, the handle would break off, the whole cable wire would like the thing to hold it up would deattach, and we have John Cena winning the Money in the Bank briefcase. The Raw Money in the Bank winner is John Cena, so I guess congratulations to John Cena. All my predictions came true, and I'll actually go back to my predictions. My predictions were that Kofi Kingston and R-Truth would win. Either Cody Rhodes or Dolph Ziggler would win in the Smackdown Money in the Bank. John Cena would win in the Raw Money in the Bank, and Sheamus would win in my World Heavyweight Championship match, and then CM Punk would pull off with the victory. So pretty much this is my WWE Money in the Bank 2012 review. Yes, it wasn't really as better as Money in the Bank 2011, which I still have and I watched today, and it was awesome. It's always awesome to watch this. And that's pretty much just it, guys, for this video. I'm out, guys. What did you guys think of Money in the Bank, and do you think it's better than Money in the Bank 2011? I'm out, guys. Once again, subscribe up there, like this video, smash that like button like never before, break your fingers, whatever. Well, actually, don't do that, but just smash that like button and leave your comments on what you thought about Money in the Bank. And I'm out, guys. Peace.